YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Eisender's Tactical. Y'all saw the thumbnail, the crossover. It was kind of interesting. I was gonna do a video on the conversion barrels on the Glock's Gen 3 system, and my man right here, Ninja 2A, came up. 2A Ninja, I'm sorry, came up with this video the other day. You see him right there, 2A Ninja. Go to his channel, subscribe. A lot of great content. He does outdoor shooting, tactical stuff. Fun dude, man. Very fun. Great shorts too. So he came up with this video. I was like, dang, how did he know that, man? I guess great minds think alike. So he has a video up right now. It's called Why the Glock 23 is the best Glock model. And he's going over a part that some people don't know that you may have to do if you do go to the conversion barrels with this model. So let's go ahead and roll it and see what he's talking about. 2A Ninja.
See if I can do this faster than the ATF expert.
Y'all saw that video where the ATF guy couldn't break down a Glock?
So just swap your barrel out. You can get a conversion barrel. A number of different companies make them. I actually had one in my Glock 27, and I was running 9mm
2A Ninja
for the longest time. So one other thing that you'll have to switch out, and some people say you don't have to, but it's just going to increase your reliability. If you want to convert your Glock 23 to 9mm, that is the ejector. So on the 40 cal, it's pretty much straight, whereas on the 9mm, you can see that it kind of curves inwards right there. So a Glock 19 ejector is not that much money, even for an OEM.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
I think it might be.
So yeah, man, let's go to the table and I'm gonna show y'all what he's talking about up close and get right into the crossover.
Why I would choose the Glock 23 over something like
shout out
a Glock 17,
right
45, 19X, something with a full size.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Yeah, man, that's 2A Ninja, man. That's a cool brother, man. Go by and like and subscribe to his channel. Help him grow. You know, we all help each other out. But yeah, man. So that's the thing I wanted to talk to. That's why I did the crossover, man, because that was interesting. That little tidbit that he pointed out, and he's absolutely right. So when you do those conversion barrels, if you're looking for maximum reliability that Glock is known for, you might want to switch out the ejector. But again, I've ran my Glock 23 with a conversion barrel before, and I never changed the ejector out, and it worked fine. But I think that the point he was making is just reliability. But yeah, man. So I think that's kind of interesting, man. That's what makes that Glock Gen 3 such an incredible platform. And I just want to back up. My part of the crossover is the conversion barrel thing. So if someone doesn't know much about Glock, or someone who's thinking about buying a firearm and they want to maximize on as many different calibers and different pistol sizes, grip sizes, without really buying a whole bunch of different guns and different, platforms or manufacturers, I think Glock is a good way to go. I'm not saying you have to do it, but I'm just saying. But I'm gonna point out why they're so versatile. The Gen 3, why it's so versatile, and why the conversion barrel thing is not as prevalent with the Gen 4s and Gen 5s because of this particular platform that they created, which I think is the greatest platform for Glock, is the Gen 3. So, for example, so I had a friend ask me, say, "Man, if you can do it over again, would you reverse it or whatever?" Kind of would. And I know what he's saying, but I kind of would, kind of wouldn't, because I kind of like all of them anyway. And I just believe the Glock 19. Me personally, I can't speak for everybody Glock owners, but for me, this particular Glock, I think is the absolute. They nailed it with this one. Really, they nailed it with the Glock Gen 3. Now this is a upgraded slide. Well, upgraded, but it's an aftermarket slide, Strike Industries, the light slide. But my point is that they nailed it with the Gen 3, and so I still would have bought a Glock 19, because what he was getting at said, well, if you can buy a conversion barrel for the Glock 23, why would you buy a Glock 19? And that's a good point, but for me, that's why the conversion barrel for the 23, I never used it. I gave it to my son because I have a Glock 19, so I have both. So these are both the same platform, and so if you're new to Glocks, I want you to understand it. This is both 4-point .06 inch barrel, and the frame size and everything is the same, but it's two different calibers. It's just a 40 cal, and this is a 9 millimeter. So back to his question, like, would you do it over again? Would you just buy that and buy a bunch of conversion barrels? Well, yeah, if you didn't really, I'm sorry, the barrel length on the Glock 19 anyway is 4.02 inches. I said 4.06. I'm wrong about that. It's 4.02 inches, the barrel length on the Glock 19 and the Glock 23 and the Glock 33 357 SIG. So this model right here can do three calibers, 40 cal clearly. It can do 9 millimeter, and it can do 357 SIG by simply just changing out the barrel. Now, people like the Glock 33, but when you buy Glock 33 or you buy Glock 19, you can't convert. So remember, when you're doing conversions, you have to start with a higher caliber to convert down. You can't convert this to a 40 cal. I hope everybody follow me on that. So the Glock 19 can't be converted. The Glock 23 can be converted because Glock was genius because they made the frame size exactly the same, the slide size exactly the same, the barrel size exactly the same. So now all you have to do is buy a conversion barrel. And I know someone's wondering, well, why? Let me take this apart real quick because I know this is going to be a question, and it's a good question. Okay, so we take that slide apart, and I'm going to show you why you can't convert down, but you can. I mean, you can't convert up. You can convert down. Okay, I'm doing this off camera because I don't know. Some of YouTube don't like seeing you break guns apart, but I'm in trouble with that because I do it all the time. Okay, so there's the 23, and here's the 19. Okay, so now how can you convert? So what happens is you have to convert from the 23 slide, and I'm going to show you why. So here's a 23 and here's a 19 slide. They both look kind of identical, but one looks a little wider with the naked eye. I got a lot of oil going on, lubrication. I just cleaned all my guns. Shout out to Dress to Kill Tay. He kind of, after that little video, he made me start cleaning my guns more. But the point is the slides. They're both identically the same. But if you look down the hole, down the barrel, you can see that this is the 40 and it's much wider. It's a bigger hole. And so that's why you can't convert down, because this is the 19 and that hole's smaller, so the barrel won't fit. So if you try to put a 40 cal barrel in a 19 slide, as you can see, it won't work. It won't go in. It won't even go in. So you can't even feed it in there because it's too wide. However, if you take a 9 millimeter, it's the 23 slide again, stay on point, and you take a 9 millimeter barrel, it'll go in. However, your tolerance is off. See that wobble? That wobble. So you would have to get a conversion barrel, and they'll make this barrel thicker, like this barrel. You can see it maybe naked eye, but they'll make it thicker so you get the tolerance of the 40 barrel, but it's gonna be rifled out at a 9 millimeter caliber. So that's the best way to explain. That's the best way. I don't know the best way to explain. But that's the best way I can explain is why you only can convert down. You can't really convert. You can't convert up. And that goes for the Glock 21. Same thing. 45 ACP. YouTube. All these guns are clear. No magazine. No nothing. Same with the 45 ACP. Glock 21. If you were going to go and say hey man, I want a 40 cal and I want a 10 mil. Well, you buy the Glock 21, you can buy a conversion barrel to make this a Glock 20, which is the 10 millimeter, and then you can buy a conversion barrel 40 Smith & Wesson and make it a Glock 22, and then you'll have the same thing going on with the Glock 23. The only difference is the Glock 23 is 357 SIG because it's already 40 cal. You see what I'm saying? And they don't make a 45 ACP Glock in that barrel length configuration, 4.02 inches. So that's the same thing you can do with this. So
So now this one I bought in order, and when I say order is meaning high to low with Glock. If you jump in the Glock platform, I would just go high to low, and then if you want to go into another caliber, you can just stay with that same pistol and convert down. If that makes sense. So because I kind of wanted the Glock 20, but then again, I had already had the Glock 29, so I was like, oh man. So I kind of but that's two different pistol grip sizes. So let me get on point. This is a full size. So this is Glock's conversion pistol for a 4.61 inch barrel, and that would be this, and that's what the Glock 20 and the Glock 22 is. So that's the other angle. If you want to go full size, bigger caliber, but you don't want to buy a whole bunch of pistols, and yeah, because the Glock 20 barrel is 4.61, Glock 21 barrel is 4.61, and the Glock 22 actually is 4.49. So the Glock 22 is the same barrel length as the Glock 17. So, but that don't matter because all these barrels can stick out the end, or they just can't be short. So as long as that probably won't work. This can't convert to 40 because 4.49 would be too short on that. So I take that back. I just answered my own question. No, the Glock 21 only can convert to a 10 mil. It can't convert to a 40 cal. Okay, so I guess I just edit that without actually editing. Now let's move on to this one. Now the same with the Glock 34. Again, this is a long slide version for Glock, kind of like their competition pistol. And this one is going to be a 5.31 inch barrel. And they make a Glock 35, and it's a 5.31 inch barrel. And they make a Glock 41, which is a 45 ACP. So what you could do with this, if you wanted to have this in 40 or 45 ACP, you could start off at the Glock 41 and convert down. However, if you're going to do competition shooting, I would suggest just get a 34, then buy a 41, and you can convert it to a 40 cal, make it a Glock 35. But for the most part, you can buy a Glock 35 and get a Glock 34 in the same gun. So that's not bad, man. And then again, all these magazines are interchangeable. The only magazines, well, I'll get into that in a second. The only magazines that are not interchangeable are with their Glock considers this their mini subcompact models, and they make this pistol right here, Glock 26 9mm, Glock 27 40 Smith & Wesson, Glock 29 10mm, and then Glock 30 45 ACP. But the only problem with the mini subcompact, ain't no problem. The thing you need to realize with the mini subcompacts by Glock, their magazines don't fit in their full size pistols because it won't reach the slide, if you know what I mean. So you can't stick this like into a Glock 20; it won't go. But you can take a full size magazine and you can stick it into a mini subcompact. So even though they can't go up, but why would you want to have small capacity in a long slide or a full size pistol anyway? So that was even smart that they made the full capacity magazines fits inside the mini subcompact, but the mini subcompacts don't fit inside their subcompacts or full size. But who wants to go that direction? So again, if you wanted a Glock 29 in this mini subcompact version, I would buy a Glock 30, and then you can buy a barrel, and then you'll have 45 ACP and 10 mil. And then if you wanted to have 9mm in this mini subcompact model, and you wanted 40 Smith & Wesson, then you just buy the Glock 27 and then buy the barrel, and then you have both of them. So man, I just think that's awesome how that works, that whole conversion barrel and how you can do that. And I just think that if someone's is into multiple calibers and grip sizes and angles, like some people say, oh man, this is my summer carry, I'm going to carry the 26, but I want to go in the woods hiking sometimes, but I don't want to carry no 5-inch barrel. Well, you can get the best of both worlds in Glock and buying things in different grip angles and different models and stuff like that. And I think a lot of companies, the reason why they make a bunch of firearms in different grip sizes is because of Glock have that capability with the Glock Gen 3. And I think that kind of was another part that they did to the industry, because for a long time most companies were only making one caliber or maybe two caliber. But Glock kind of blew it out the water by making several different sizes in the same caliber, and so on and so forth, as you can see right here. So pretty cool, man. And I just want to point out that extractor ejector thing that 28 Ninja was pointing out. He showed it on his video, but I'm gonna show it again. As you can see, the Glock 19 ejector kind of bends that way. 40 cal kind of goes straight. So just keep that in mind. There's nothing wrong with your ejector. That's just the way the 9mm ejector is on the Glock pistol. But as you can see, Glock 19 on the left, Glock 23 on the right, basically identical. It's an identical gun. But that little part right there, yeah, that's worth mentioning. Shout out to 28 Ninja. Shout out to all the gun tubers out there. You know, everybody keep grinding. Got a few more things going on. More content to come. Everybody like, comment, subscribe. New to the channel, let me know if this helped you out. If anybody's interested in now like kind of stuff, I'm not suggesting buying Glock. I'm not sponsored by Glock. I'm not an affiliate. I bought Glocks. They don't even know that I exist. But you know what I'm saying? So I just like that platform. I just want everybody to see that whole conversion barrel, how that thing works, and how you can just have so many different calibers and different sizes, and just not that many guns. You know what I mean? Not that many guns. Let me know if you like the video. Drop some comments. Let me know what you guys think about the conversion barrel and the versatility of Glock Gen 3. And let me know if you can do it over again. If you're a Glock person, would you start off the high caliber and then convert down? Or do you want that actual individual gun? Like, do you just want a Glock 33 357 SIG in a 4.02 inch configuration? There's nothing wrong with that. I will point out this one more thing, though. In the mini subcompact, the Glock 29 is a 3.8 inch barrel, but the Glock 27 and the Glock 26, they have the same size barrel, and they're 3.43 inches. So I just want to point that out. The 10 mil gives you a little bit more velocity, and that comes in a 10 round capacity. The Glock 26 comes in a 10 round capacity. The Glock 27 comes in a 9 round capacity, and the Glock 30 comes in a 9 round capacity in that mini subcompact version. However, you can buy full size magazines for that, and then you can have that in your back pocket as a backup. Same with this Glock 17. The Glock 34 takes the Glock 17 magazines. Those Glock 17 magazines can fit inside of a Glock 19. The Glock 22 40 cal magazines can fit inside the Glock 23 magazines, and so on and so forth. The Glock 21 45 ACP magazines can fit inside the Glock 30 firearm. So, hey man, let me know what you guys think, man. Glock is king, man. They killing it. The Glock Gen 3. I won't buy. I will not ever stop buying Gen 3s until I get all the ones I want, and then move on to the 5s. But I'll never probably own a 4. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Everybody stay blessed. Peace.